Bases loaded. 2 out. Hard hit into right. Back at the wall.
Looking to throw, and he throws it in the end zone.
Touchdown! Go against Russell, 12 seconds. 11, 10, Jordan to drive, hangs, fires, he scores!
Hit 3 fly balls. This one to right field. That's hit well down the line.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Afternoon Buzz. I'm Staush Zamoyta, and I have a special treat in store for you today. I am joined with the two boys from the Poff Pass Show, Zack Poff, Jake Poff. What is up, buddies?
Life's good, baby. Having fun here. About to talk some sports. It's been way too long since we've been back on the set. I'm stoked for this one, baby.
Oh, yeah. JT
Let's just
Blaze.
say JT Blaze is enjoying the afternoon buzz all day, every day.
And you know, we're going to do a little twist on the Afternoon Buzz. You see me have a couple of different hosts on the show, Tommy Gatchis, Blake Sophie, but they were unavailable, so I brought these boys on, and we are having ourselves a rumble, folks. We are going to have ourselves a competition. We
Getting
have
turned up.
Team Jacob versus Team Zach. So
Team
throughout
Jacob, no chance, baby. No
When
chance,
we say
baby.
Team Jacob, we're not talking Twilight. We're talking KO, son. Coming for you, little bro. Yeah.
So throughout the show, if they have arguments and I like what one person is saying, boom, we'll give them a point. We also have Chelsea Williams and Mike McLeod back in the production booth.
Get it.
And they'll be on the mic back there giving their input on who's better in the debate.
You're damn right.
I got this.
And you know, there is also going to be a trivia portion to our show here today. And we'll have a little showdown.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the show, one of these boys are walking home with a nice prize. And we'll
Give me the
see that
prize.
in a little bit.
Just give it to me now. Hand it over right now. JT has no chance
No
in
way.
trivia. No
Team Blaze
chance.
is coming for little Poff. Never mind. I was going to call you some derogatory, but I'm going to save it for later. Don't want to lose any points now. Yeah.
All right, let's dive into our first section of the show. Let's talk about my favorite time of the year, spring training, Arizona, Florida. Baseball is here, boys. What's going on?
I know you're stoked. Your boy Josh Reddick getting a Spider-Man on in the outfield, and I'm excited because the Dodgers, they might not have the wins, but who cares about wins and losses in spring training? It's about the young guys getting some PT. And I've been very stoked seeing the young Guerrero, the kid we signed out of Cuba, who's been doing an outstanding job. As you get a look right here, Josh Spider-Man Reddick, look at that.
Spider Reddick.
Wow.
That's the first home run there, and arguably that is the play of the year. I don't think anybody's going to top that.
Okay,
all
the
year
play
long.
of the spring training, bro.
Play of the spring training. But that was off Michael Morris. That's his first at-bat.
He did it twice against Morris, too,
Yes,
right?
he did. And then the second at-bat right here, Morris again takes it deep into right field, and here comes Reddick, climbs the wall, and give me that. 2-in-1 game.
Spider-Man.
I like Spider-Reddick. He's getting hot. He's hitting hot. The Oakland A's are on fire. They only have 3 losses in the preseason so far.
Okay, I know you're a big spring training guy, but talking about baseball in whole, what do you expect? Being an A's fan, what do you expect from the Oakland A's this year? The Angels improved a little bit, but still they depend maybe a little too much on the bats compared to pitching. And the Seattle Mariners made some nice moves, too. So the AL West got a little better. Texas Rangers, I love the Prince Fielder trade, too. But what do you expect from the A's this year?
You know, I'll talk about the AL West to start off. The AL West has made so many improvements. Texas getting Prince Fielder, as you touched on. Robbie Cano going to Seattle. Those two teams are trying to make a deep playoff run to contend with Oakland and Texas. I would say they're the best division in baseball, but we have the Houston Astros in our division, which helps us because we get a
That's
lot
free
of
wins.
Free wins
Yeah.
right
Free
there.
wins right
And
there.
I would argue Seattle still is a question mark. I don't know if Cano makes them a deep contender. They still have a lot of question marks with pitching and their bullpen and things like
It's
that.
still a
but
nice addition where you can add a guy
when you
like
pick up a
Robinson
guy like
Cano to your team.
Yeah, you can do some damage for sure. I'll give
Point.
you that.
Thank you.
We get a point
Oh,
to first
Jake.
First
Yes,
point of the
sir.
game goes to
Sorry,
Jake.
Seattle. Enjoy your Super Bowl.
How does not adding Robinson Cano improve your team? I mean,
It's still a question mark,
You know,
though.
it's still a question mark, but I
Yeah.
will guarantee you the Seattle Mariners will have more wins than they did last year with the addition of Robinson Cano.
But does that? I mean, I don't know about a deep playoff contender. I would say hoping to make the playoffs is more of a
Yeah.
assumption
Oh, yeah.
of
I
the Seattle
never
Mariners.
said they're playoff contenders. I think the Oakland A's are going to win the division also too.
Yeah.
Look at just Mike just shaking his head. Nah,
Yeah,
sorry, bro.
yeah.
Now, I'm not arguing against the A's. I think they're a great team, and I think the Angels have potential. But let's look at last year. We were hyping the Angels up like they were a deep playoff contender.
I wasn't.
They were a deep loser. Well, of course, the A's fan wasn't. As being from Southern California, I had a lot of Angel fans who were real excited, and that excitement left pretty quick, kind of like being a Laker fan. Just there's so much hype, and the next thing you know,
Laker fans.
I'm saying that as a Laker fan, depressed right now. But facts are facts, man.
I mean, we know what it is. It comes down to pitching. The Angels did not have the pitching last year. They do have the best player in baseball in Mike Trout.
I
but
agree there.
the pitching is not there for the Angels, and I don't think they made enough moves for the pitching, trading Trumbo and getting a couple of very good pitchers from the Diamondbacks. Skaggs is one of the best young pitchers coming up, but I still think the A's got the AL West on lock.
You know, we added Luke Gregerson, Jim Johnson, Eric O'Flaherty, question mark coming off Tommy John surgery, but when he was healthy last year for the Braves, no left-handed hitter could hit him. He was shut down every inning he pitched. That guy is on fire. Did I touch on Luke Gregerson?
You got him in there.
You said his
Go
name.
ahead, Staush, why don't you just tell our viewers your opinion on the best bullpen? You said it was the A's, right? I mean, back your point up. No, I mean, I do think there's a possibility, but there's just still some question marks in that bullpen. But I think if those question marks end up being exclamation points, A's can do a lot of damage.
Who are your question marks for the Oakland A's bullpen?
Well, one, Eric O'Flaherty.
Yes, I
Just
agree.
alone, his injury last year, we're not really sure what he's going to bring to the table. Doolittle, he has the potential, but he also struggled with injuries last year too. Wasn't that consistent? So there's a couple question marks on that team I'm still not sure of. But if those guys can execute like they're capable, I think the A's could do
outside of the
some damage.
bullpen for the A's, the starters. Look at what Sonny Gray did in the postseason last year. He went mano-a-mano with Justin Verlander, maybe the best big game pitcher. I know he gave up that 2-run homer to Miguel Cabrera, but Sonny Gray really came onto the scene. I'm looking forward to see what Sonny Gray can do this year.
Yeah, you know, we touched a little bit on my A's. Let's touch a little about your guys' Dodgers.
Oh, I'm representing.
I tell you what, this is a guarantee. If the Los
can't see
Angeles
it, by the way.
Dodgers,
It's black
they
on black,
stay
so.
healthy,
nobody
is beating them. They're going to win the World Series. If the Dodgers can stay healthy, they are the best team player for player.
And even if they get hurt, they're a deep team. They have a lot of different pieces they can use, especially in the bullpen. We were talking about it earlier.
If a Clayton Kershaw or Zach Greinke go down, that's
why
big
would you
time
say
trouble.
something like that? I hope that doesn't happen. I mean,
baseball,
the guys have never really been injured in their career, but
the thing I love most about baseball, it's the most unpredictable sport in America. I mean, you can't predict baseball. I mean, basketball, you knew Miami Heat were going to be very good when they brought in LeBron and Wade re-signed and Chris Bosh. They've been in the finals 3 straight years. But with baseball, it's so unpredictable. I don't think a lot of people thought the Red Sox were going to win the World Series before the season started last year.
Yeah, I agree with that because Red Sox were the worst in baseball the year before. They come back and win the World Series. But that goes, I would say, to Johnny Gomes. I give him a lot of credit. He came to Oakland 2012 when the A's upset the Rangers in Game 162. I was there. One of the best baseball experiences I've ever had.
When Josh Hamilton made that great catch in center field.
And dropped it. The guy behind me actually said he was going to drop it before he dropped it, and he did. I gave that guy the biggest hug I've ever given anybody, I swear. But Johnny Gomes from the 707 Petaluma just brings something to the locker room, that veteran leadership, and he inspires the young players, which he did in Boston. And, you know, they won a World Series. And
he was the biggest influence on that team. I think he brought team camaraderie and just outstanding job for Johnny Gomes.
Got the beards, got my beard going.
You're getting it going.
The bearded Crusaders, as I like to say.
We made the name official, by the way, before the show started. We took a vote, and it passed through. So.
But talking about best bullpens,
where's your beard? Where's your beard, Jake?
That's his beard, bro.
Man, this is
that should be a doctor point right there, baby.
You know, just a little bit of the fuzz. I don't like rocking the beard. I could do it.
I mean, I'm a little peach face myself.
Look at that, baby face Mike.
You know what? Since this is a
baby face Mike
show, I may have to grow this bad boy out a little bit too. Since I'm the one lacking hair here on this show, it's like, wow. I mean, I am half Italian, so.
Hey, Italiano.
Hey, you want to do your Tony Montana? Tony Montana.
Okay. That's
one
right.
ball.
Say hello to my little friend. Wow.
You guys
I
are
make him too
horrible
Mexican.
at that.
I got to work on
that. That should be minus point, bro.
No, I'm leading. That's right.
All right, let me ask you guys this. Who had the best offseason in Major League Baseball?
New York Yankees. You had a guy like Carlos Beltran, Jacoby Ellsbury, Brian McCann, and then you add the guy went 24-0, Tanaka, one of the best additions. I think Tanaka is going to be a very good pitcher, and I'm not going to say he's going to win the AL Rookie of the Year, but he'll finish in the top 3. I love what the Yankees did in the offseason. They got a lot better, even though they lost Robinson Cano. But if you had a guy like Beltran and Ellsbury to replace Cano, I like that addition right there.
You know,
Yeah.
Kano wanted too much money there, but with Tanaka, Japan, they play with a smaller ball. The competition level is lower. Yeah, he did go, what, 24-0?
24-0, he had a sub-2 ERA.
Yeah, I'm not knocking him there, but the American baseball, Major League Baseball is a whole different animal. The batters, every person 1 through 9 can take you yard.
But
every single night.
I'll say this.
If you-
In the
After
American
what Reed
League.
did last year with the Dodgers and looking at the potential of, is it Tanaka or Tanaka? I always mess his name
Tanaka.
up. Tanaka. After looking at his potential, I mean, there's some great pitchers coming out of the Japanese league. So
if you look at what Japanese and Korean pitchers have done over the last decade, they might not have the career-wise, but they have mostly done very well in the first 2 years. Daisuke was one of the best pitchers for the Red Sox in the American League. Then he kind of fell off a little bit. Obviously, you can go back to the 90s with the Dodgers with Hideo Nomo, Chan-Ho Park. These guys did very well in the first couple of years. Yu Darvish,
for
obviously,
Texas,
too. Yu
seen him a
Darvish is
lot.
one of the best pitchers in the American League and in baseball. I love what the Yankees did. Who's your team that you kind of
I'm
very
agreeing
impressed
with
with?
you. I'm think the Yankees too. They just made so many moves, especially after a big loss like Cano. I just think as far as filling the lineup, you're getting Jeter back, bringing in the pitching too. I like the Yankees.
Rivera
also.
being gone hurts a lot,
Yes.
obviously, but
Yeah.
that
I
hurts.
just don't
The
know
back
who's
end
going to
of-
fill that position.
It's a big question mark. How can you come in and replace the greatest closer of all time? You can't. Can't. The Sandman.
The cool thing I love about that is Mariano Rivera will be the last guy ever to wear 42.
I think that is the coolest.
That's
thing.
awesome.
That
I
is.
mean, instead of some scrub bouncing out wearing 42,
Yeah.
of course, Jack Robinson's jersey got retired in the 90s, and Rivera,
93 to be exact.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Rivera was able to ride that out all the way till 2013.
Robinson to Rivera, pretty nice combo
Yes,
right
it
there
is.
too. And you get best of both worlds. You got pitching,
Staush?
clutch pitching, and
Who
of course
made the best? Who had the best
memorable
offseason?
hitting.
You know, I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves on this one.
Yeah.
Re-signing Freddie Freeman to a long extension. That guy is a utility player that can play outfield, infield, and he gets hit.
He's a very good first
He was
baseman.
top 5 in MVP voting last year.
Yeah.
And he's a young player, and with that young pitching staff, rear-ended by Craig Kimbrell. Kimbrell could.
He's the best closer in the game right now. Not
Right
even
now,
close.
I mean,
Not even close.
You got just do the little hook there. I mean, that guy is lights out.
No one has as much power and just control as that guy in the ninth. I mean, it's straight up. Yeah, he's a closer.
And then
He's-
you got Justin Upton, BJ Upton, and Jason Hayward in that
And-
outfield.
well-
BJ had a bad year. But guess what?
Justin kind of slumped off.
I don't even
too.
think
He
did BJ
started
even
hot.
was he over the Mendoza line last year?
Hey, he was above.
What, like
above
215?
Ugla. He was above
Oh,
Ugla.
gosh.
Ugla was terrible.
I
last
know the
year.
feeling though when you're playing real great and your brother's holding you back, and you have to deal with stuff.
What sport are we talking
Point-
about?
Hey, point goes to Jake on that one. That's
We're
What
not-
talking
sport?
about-
Wait. What sport are we talking about here?
We're talking about when you're trying to cook something in the oven. That's what we're talking about. That should
point,
be
Jake.
another point.
That should be like 3 points actually.
Oh, it's back
Thank you.
tied. It's 9-9.
Can we
just
get
got
the
it.
scoreboard
You're
popped
getting-
up there, Mike?
It's bumped up. You can't see
Has he
it.
there it
wasted
is.
a
I can
couple
see it.
jumpers in a row?
I didn't even see me get up, baby.
He's
I've got
feeling
9.
it.
I splashed down 3 threes, baby.
Looks like I'm the
No,
three-point
it was
shooter.
9-6 until that last like
Oh,
10
yeah.
seconds.
It's over.
It's 9-9. It's a tight
We
game.
even
It's a
got
tie
to
wrap.
other
Hey,
you
sports.
know what?
I know you're getting to the trivia, and this is where it's going to pick a huge lead right here.
You know what?
Dang it.
It is time for some baseball trivia.
Oh, he's got me on baseball. This is not going to
And
be
college
good.
All right.
basketball.
Do we have a coin? Does any of you have a coin?
Oh, yeah. I got
You know what? Don't even worry about it. You can go first.
Oh, a little confidence here from Mr. Zack Poff. Team Jake.
Come on. Come on.
How many inside the park home runs has Prince Fielder had in his career? You got 30 seconds.
You
Go.
get on that long?
One guess, 30 seconds. So make it good.
Yeah, I don't have a
Going
timer.
2.
0.
What was it? What was, 2 is your final answer?
2.
0.
And he is correct.
Yeah! Uno,
He
dos.
cheated, bro.
No, come
No,
on.
there's no cheating
Prince
involved,
Fielder?
man.
Tubby couldn't get that many. Let's just put it that way, dude. Yeah.
Hey, after what he did trying to slide into third, I wouldn't give him any sort of room going
Yeah.
anywhere.
I knew he had a couple in him. Hey, he's actually got some wheels for being hefty.
What you trying to say, though?
Yeah.
Jake takes the lead 10-9.
Oh, you're good, Mike.
Zack Poff.
Here we go. Don't give me that. Don't give me the tough ones.
2008
Okay.
was the final year in which this team held its spring training in Vero Beach, Florida, before moving to Arizona. Which team is this?
There's
Wow.
no way you get this.
All right, so they used to
I'll
be
give
in
you 2
Florida,
points for this one.
And now in Arizona. I'm going to go with the Houston Astros.
It is your Los Angeles
Oh,
Dodgers.
I knew that.
Why would a team on the West Coast go all the way to Florida for spring training?
I am glad you asked that because the Dodgers, where they originate from? Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So spring training started in 1885.
Back when Brooklyn was Brooklyn.
Dude.
So when Brooklyn became an
Yeah.
organization, they started in Florida. Hence why there's a big following for the Dodgers on the East Coast
Dude.
because every year they go to Florida.
In 42, Jackie Robinson is in Florida
Okay,
for a
it's
short
not like
time.
I didn't know they used to play in Brooklyn, but they moved to LA in the early
Wait.
60s, so you think they would play spring training in Arizona.
But in the movie 42,
in
Jackie
Florida?
Robinson is in Florida for a short time. They kept with their roots. Well, that's not their
How
roots.
long? How many years did he play with the LA Dodgers?
Hey, that was a good movie, though.
Yeah,
All
it
right,
was a
let's-
good
let's
movie, and I
finish-
remember that from the movie, and you're losing. That's another thing I remember right
Hey,
now.
hey, Staush.
Woo!
If one doesn't get it right, you got to give the other one a chance to steal the point
Yeah,
or
you
something.
are
Yeah,
correct there,
and
Farmer.
I had that.
So you got to
If
give
all
Jake.
else
You got to
fails,
give Jake.
go with your
I
Jake's
already
at
did.
10. Jake's at 10.
No,
What does Zach have?
I gave him a point for what he said. He
All
got
right.
10. They got 11 because I liked what he
Okay.
said.
All right.
Yeah.
What is this?
Hey,
How
Jake
much
Poff.
money
Oh,
did he
yeah,
give you,
let's
bro?
go.
Jake
$30,
Poff.
$40.
Time to take a lead now.
You'll like this question.
Oh, I didn't like the last one.
The baseball tradition of spring training came about in 1885 because of what team? A, the New York Knickerbockers. B, the Chicago White Stockings. C, the Boston
White
Red Stockings. Or D,
Wait.
the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Why are all these teams named Stockings?
Because that's what they originally were before they
There
came
was
to
no
Sox.
such thing as stocks
I know.
or socks.
I'm going with the Boston Red Stockings. Dang it.
Partner?
That's what,
Give me
1885?
Chicago White
I
Sox.
mean, my dad hadn't been
Ding,
that
ding, ding,
old.
ding, ding. Zack Poff gets it right with the Chicago White Stockings. They went to Hot Springs in Arkansas to
Yeah.
prepare for their new
Do I get 2
season in
points? Because I was going to say that's
I can't
where they
believe
came
I
from.
picked the
You know what?
wrong
You're right.
stocking.
You're right. If you steal, you get 2 points.
Oh, it's 2? Dang it.
Get it.
How are you going to ask me a question from 1885?
All right.
The
all
only
right.
guy living was Big Kahuna. This is BS.
Which two
Gosh.
players were traded to Detroit for a package including Cameron Maben in December of 2007?
Wait, what? Who was the two of the two teams?
Detroit
I'm not stealing this
and Detroit.
Detroit and Detroit?
I can't say,
Okay.
I can't say
Two
the other team.
players?
Which two players were traded to Detroit for a package deal including Cameron Maben in December of 2007?
You can't give me the other team?
one. Because he'll name
They're
the players.
in Florida. I will give you that much.
Okay, so obviously I think it was
That narrows it
Miguel
down.
Cabrera was one. So that should be at least half
That's
a
a
point.
half a point there.
Well, there's no half points
Well,
on
that's
the
one.
Yeah,
scoreboard.
there's no half
That's
point.
all right. There's a
No.
2-point
All
question.
right, so Miggy, who was Miggy traded with?
And I can't steal
Because
this one.
no, you can't. If he doesn't get the second one right, you
Well,
steal
I
it.
mean,
You get
I don't
3
know
points.
it.
You get 3 points.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
How much time I got left, Mike? Like 10 seconds?
10 seconds.
Yeah, you got 10 seconds. I'm counting.
Miggy?
He's done. It's
Oh,
5 seconds.
He should
oh
not
no,
get a
it was a
point.
relief pitcher.
It was a pitcher.
Okay, time's
Time's up. Answer.
up. So I got a relief
Jake,
pitcher.
you have 10 seconds to rebuttal.
I know who it was too. I can't think of his name. It was Phil.
I don't even know.
Was it Phil Cook?
Dontrell Willis.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't even
Dontrell.
know who that is.
You don't know who Dontrell Willis is?
Oh, Dontrell Willis.
Yeah.
Thought he
What'd you
said
say?
Daunt Willis. Why do you name
So
your kid
nobody
Daunt?
got that answer right, so they both get a negative point taken away from
Wait,
them.
I got at least a guy
Why are all
right.
these rules just appearing out of
Right?
nowhere? -1 plus
Hey,
2
well,
is steal.
hey, does it really matter if you're tired and you both lose
Yes,
a point?
because I want the present at the end. I
Then
want to win.
You better get this question
All
right.
right, let's go.
Who did Tim Hudson finish second to in the 2000 AL Cy Young voting? 30
What
seconds.
year?
I
What year?
think I know.
2000.
I think I know this.
2000?
In the AL Cy Young Award race.
I think I know this. I think I got this one.
Present now.
I have no
Hey,
idea.
look at it. Look at it. That's what
Look
you're.
at that.
That's what
Oh,
you're
no.
competing for right there.
Wait,
It's in. It's
Zion.
not Under Armour
Name, dude. Roger Clemens. Fudge.
Man, I want to say Pedro Martinez, but since you're Ace fan, I don't know if that was the year Bearzito won. I'm going with Bearzito.
Suck up. Suck up.
I am sorry, because it was Pedro Martinez. Negative points for both of them.
I thought for sure because you're an A's fan, bro.
Oh, that
Tim
should be-
Hudson.
That should be minus 4 points because he
I know.
said the right answer
But
and didn't pick it.
when did Barry Zito win? It was like
minus
2003.
another
2001.
Not being
See, I knew
confident
it was
in
around
that
then.
state.
And see, you being an A's fan threw me
Yeah.
off there. I knew it was one of the two, and of course I went wrong.
God.
It was like when I plugged in the
All right.
Yeah,
input
when
when
you
it
put
should have
in
been
the input
output,
instead of
right, Mike?
Okay.
We don't ask you to do much,
Just
Man.
talk, bro. Just talk and look pretty.
Here we go.
and you're only doing one of those.
This trivia is
talking.
so
Let's do it.
Who finished second to Steve Carlton in 1977 in the NL Cy Young Award voting?
1977?
My elbow's feeling kind of flimsy. I need to get some Tommy John surgery.
You are correct, sir.
Woo!
Okay, this is rigged. How did he know that? 77? I didn't even understand the question.
TJ.
Think of this.
TJ all day.
Who just passed away yesterday?
The dude who did the.
Rob.
That dude, you know.
Yeah.
That dude.
I don't know his name, but the guy who invented the surgery.
That one-
surgery
that
for
one
Tommy
cat.
John.
That dude.
Tommy
That
John,
dude.
I guess.
Tommy John played for the Dodgers. The doctor that performed the surgery just passed away yesterday.
That's great.
So I had to, I had to
He
incorporate.
cost me 3 points. Thanks for croaking yesterday. I
Did
could
I-
be in the lead.
All right,
is
let's
that
speed
minus
this up
one?
a little
Nope.
bit. We're running a little short on the segment. Let's
We
go.
don't sponsor that.
Rapid fire round. You have to answer the question
Yeah!
in 5 seconds
This
or
is
less.
rebound.
5
time.
seconds or less.
Wow,
Come
5
on.
seconds?
How many teams had their spring training located in Arizona?
3.
Wrong.
14.
Wrong. 12.
14? Oh.
Wow,
Wow.
bet
negative
closer than 3.
Which team played their home spring training games at Champion Stadium in Walt Disney World, Florida?
Trick question.
Yankees.
That's 5 seconds. What'd he say?
Yankees.
Dodgers.
Wrong.
No!
Atlanta Braves.
Oh.
And they play at the field where Angels in the Outfield was actually filmed.
It's
dun,
nice
dun.
when you have the research in front of you so you can sound all smart saying that
Sound
stuff.
all cool.
Who was the first player to be awarded a home run on an overturned call via instant replay? It was September 19th, 2008. And
Wait,
this
what year
player-
was it?
September 19th, 2008. And this player played for the Rays.
Oh my gosh.
5 seconds.
I can't think of a Rays player.
Evan Longoria.
Wrong. Carlos Pena.
Oh,
Carlos
former A.
Pena.
Former A.
What
I-
kind
I'm-
of questions are
I'm
these?
tired
And
of
this
taking
is
away
the,
points.
the last and final question for the baseball trivia round. Who has won the most Gold Glove awards at first base?
At first base? Oh, man. And I got 5 seconds?
4, 3.
I don't even know.
He played on an episode of Seinfeld.
Wait,
I
where?
know.
He played on an episode of Seinfeld. He was Elaine's boyfriend on Seinfeld.
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Hernandez? You don't know his first name.
I didn't hear his name.
He doesn't know his first name.
I didn't hear what Zach said.
George Hernandez.
How
Who?
about-
Joking. I know it's Hernandez. What's his first name?
Keith
Yeah,
Hernandez.
Keith.
So, the scoreboard, it looks like Zach is ahead, 7-6.
Oh,
you
and
took the
only
lead?
barely.
Took the lead,
None of you
barely.
know anything.
Hey, you
I
know
want
what?
that box.
We're going to take a quick break here. We need to re-strategize their strategies over
You need
here.
to re-strategize your
Yeah,
questions.
Hey,
Strategize
those
the
were tough
strategy.
questions,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm
I'm taking away points from
We'll
Staush.
be back to talk about college basketball, and right before that, we'll come back with a little trivia about college
Splash.
basketball. Be right back after this. Yeah, dude, college basketball, March Madness is almost here, dude. I can't wait, dude. This is gonna be so
Wichita
crazy.
State, baby.
Nah, man, Virginia.
Telling
I'm
you.
gonna tell you.
No.
And
looks
we
like-
are back.
And we are back here on the afternoon buzz. Jake Poff, Zack Poff, Zack in the lead, 7-6 right now.
Book it.
Only
Point ain't
about,
nothing.
only about a quarter
Point
away.
ain't nothing.
Book it. I'm like the Clippers, baby. I don't give up a lead like watched last night
Okay.
against the fake show.
Yeah, if
Hey.
you're like the Clippers, then you can't win a ring either.
This year it's happening,
Oh.
baby. That's a point.
Yeah.
I'll tell. That's a point.
That's a point.
Thank you.
There we go. We have a tie ball game.
Hold on. How many championships have the Los Angeles Lakers won?
12.
17.
Dang it.
Wow.
Negative point.
12?
I'm sorry. He doesn't
Wait,
know.
no.
That's his own
Stop.
team. That's his own
Stop.
team.
I know the amount of championships I've seen won. I don't know
You
the
haven't seen
other.
the Lakers win 12
Yes, they have.
championships.
Yes, they have.
Mike,
They
Yeah.
won.
You
dude,
know what? You know what?
I was
That's a good
born
point.
86.
They haven't won
12.
12 championships
Yes,
since
they
then.
have.
Not
so,
even
Mike,
close.
did you
I
take
know,
that
11.
point away?
No,
Yeah,
11.
I took it away.
Final judges ruling. Okay,
Yeah.
negative point. So
I
Zack-
mean, even I knew that.
So
and I'm
I
a
just-
Warriors fan, so.
Wow.
Even the Celtics fan / Warriors
No,
fan.
and I will justify that they've seen 11.
All right.
Magic's won 5, Kobe's won 6.
All right, you
That's
lost
still
a point.
11. No, they're
Hey,
10.
it's okay, Zach. Whoa, Jake.
Oh!
Hey, Take
back.
a point
He just
off
called me my
Staush's
ugly
virtual
brother.
board.
Come on. I just got called the wrong brother.
All right, after that, let's
just
just dive in.
know it's a pity point.
Let's
Hey,
dive into
what month are we in?
Pity point.
We are in March.
Time to get mad, baby.
Let's
Oh,
get to
yeah.
March Madness here. We have our top 4 teams to watch, our top 4 sleeper teams, and the top 4 most overrated teams coming into the
Go to
tournament.
Vegas after you check this out, baby.
And we are going to start with our leader on the board, Zack Poff.
Wait, if you go to Vegas, don't listen to Zach.
ZPC,
Don't let
it's
the
famous.
ZPC, the Zack Poff curse, make
All right,
you go
you're done
broke.
talking, bro. These are my 4
Okay.
contenders to pay attention to.
Don't pay
Obviously, you
attention.
got to go with the #1 team in the country, the Florida Gators. They've won 22 games in a row, 17-0 in the SEC. Scotty Wilbekin, the kid can ball. Michael Frazier knocked down 11 threes the other night. New SEC record and Florida record. Actually tying Jody Meeks, a former, obviously, Kentucky Wildcat and
Jody
current
Meeks.
Laker, baby. Obviously,
mean
I
the
love my
Lakers star?
Wichita Shockers, baby. 32-0 this year, the only undefeated team in college basketball. I love me some Ron Baker. This white boy can ball with the best of them. He can throw it down. This kid is a beast. Greg Marshall, probably the best coach in
Ball
the
with
country.
the best of them in the WAC division? Is that the best division?
Mount Missouri Valley
Blip,
Conference.
blip,
bro.
blip, that's all,
And
folks.
talking
Let him
about
finish, let
that,
him finish over
Fred
here. Let him
Van
do it.
Vliet, the second sophomore ever to win Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year. Who is the other player that took home that conference? He plays for Creighton right now.
If they
Doug
play for Creighton,
McDermott.
I don't
Dougie
care.
McBuckets, baby.
Dougie
Dougie
McBuckets.
McDermott. I love it.
I'm
I
giving
love
one
it.
for
Our boy
that.
Mike likes Dougie McBuckets.
Oh.
I'll go with the other 2 contenders real quick. I've got Kansas. Obviously, you got Andrew Wiggins, Joel Embiid, and Perry Ellis. It's a team that can score the rock. And my other team is Arizona, baby. I love Aaron Gordon, the former Archbishop Midi star out in San Jose, California. This kid is Blake Griffin 2.0. Jump out of the gym. He's got springs. This kid can ball. Who are your contenders, baby?
Me?
Mr.
You want to
Jake.
hear what
Who, me?
championship
I'm talking
is
to
all
you.
about?
I'm talking to
Contender
you.
number 1. To the Izzo. You never doubt Mr. Michigan State. If you have Izzo coaching your team, you got a chance in the tournament. In the last 5 years, Michigan State has always at least made the Sweet 16. If there's one team I'm banking on every tournament year, it's Michigan State and Mr. Izzo all day, every day. Contender number 2, repping my hometown, San Diego State. They always have a good team. This year they're sitting at 25-3. I know their division's a little bit weak. It's still better than the WAC. I'll take SD State all day, every day. Contender number 3. I finally agree with my brother. You cannot doubt the Gators right now. They are looking great. They're playing great basketball. They're getting back to the Noah days when they were really flooding other teams. I really like what Florida's doing right now. I think they're definitely a contender. We'll see how the matchup looks, but overall, they're going to do some damage in this tournament this year. And number 4, you can never leave out Louisville. After what they did last year, when Rick Pitino's coaching your team, you got a chance to make a run.
Ridiculous
Louisville,
Smith.
number 4, I'm never doubting them. Yep, Smith's coming back, hopefully with a healthy leg. He's going to do some
Okay,
damage.
Russ Smith isn't the guy that broke his leg. That
Oh.
was CJ Ware.
Ooh.
Whatever.
Wait.
Wait. In NCAA basketball, it's not about the player. It's about the team. I get their names mixed up because their names aren't on the jerseys. My bad. I'm looking at the sport as a
Well,
whole.
if it's a
not
good
being
school.
Names
selfish
are on
like
the
little
jerseys.
bro
The
over
names
here.
are on the jerseys.
Hey, but yeah, but you
maybe
don't
not
pay
at Wichita
attention.
State.
Wait, what?
Maybe
Yeah,
not at
name
Wichita
the guy
State.
Wichita State. That's right. You should lose a point for I do.
All right,
I like my
hey,
contenders.
Hey, we're even. Hey, 13-12 right now. Hey, I'm the judge
Who
here.
you got, host? Who you got? Who your contenders,
I
baby?
agree with number 1 Florida Gators. They are
Yeah.
the best team in college basketball right now, from the beginning of the lineup to the bottom of the lineup. Great coach, great staff. I mean, Casey Prather.
The kick and ball.
You know, he's
Leading scorer.
14.5 points per game, 5.3 rebounds per game, and 1.6 assists from a big guy.
Yeah.
He's having himself a game. Number 2, sticking with those Wichita State Shockers. You know, they haven't really played any hard competition, but guess what? They're undefeated, 32-0. That
In
says
the WAC
something.
division.
Hey,
They're
Missouri
whack.
Valley.
Missouri Valley.
Okay. Who's
They're,
the
they're
best
still
team
whack.
they
It's
beat?
not an acronym. They're just
Wait,
whack.
hey,
Yeah, they're
anytime
whack.
you go undefeated in a season, that's hard to do. They're the first team ever to go 30-0
Not
in the
against
regular
scrubs.
season.
Exactly.
It's not hard
They're
to
led
do.
by Claytanthony Earl, who's averaging
Claytanthony?
15.8
Who's their
points per
best
game.
win? Who is Wichita State's best win?
Well,
Number 12, St. Louis. And St. Louis isn't even a good team.
Yeah.
Whack, and whack.
All right.
Hey, Jordan
Sorry.
Jett is one of the best players in the country for St. Louis. St.
Against
Louis.
garbage players.
Okay, you
All
don't.
right.
Nope.
Number 3 for me is the Kansas Jayhawks.
Yep.
I'll
They've
give you
been
that.
flying under the radar most of the season, but Anthony Wiggins is just balling out right now.
Andrew Wiggins, baby, the kid
Andrew
can
Wiggins,
jump out of
sorry.
the building.
All right, yeah,
you got me on
close
George
enough.
Hernandez,
Hey,
so I
check
had
this
to
out.
get you back.
Did you know that Kansas is 4th in the nation in field goal percentage?
I did it, but now
With,
I do.
.498.
Wow.
498, almost 500 from the field. How do you stop a team that shoots 500 from the
A
field?
lot has to do with Joel Embiid, man. The 7-foot freshman. This kid is jumping up the NBA draft
Yes, he
boards.
is. And
He's
you know
the
my
top
number
dog.
4, who should have been my number 1, the team I've been hyping up for 2 weeks now.
Cavaliers.
Virginia Cavaliers took down Syracuse and just handed them a butt whooping in Virginia on their home court.
Won me some money.
ACC champs.
Yes.
I mean,
Hey,
they've done some damage.
They
I
are
like
the
it.
ACC champions, which most people didn't know. And on top of that, they are the first defensive team when points per game is allowed with 54.8 points
Yeah.
per game. Are you kidding me? That defense is so ferocious. And they can score on top of that. Malcolm Brogdon, 12.6
This
points
kid
per game,
can ball.
5.6
He can
rebounds per
ball.
game, and he's a guard.
Yep.
And he's getting almost 6 rebounds a game. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
What conference are they winning right now?
The ACC.
That's the best conference. in
Are they
college
also
hoops.
winning the Missouri Valley Conference? Or
They're actually the ACC is second best.
Second
Missouri Valley Conference number 1, baby. Now ACC
know
easily
what?
the
No,
top conference.
no, I
I mean,
can't
they
do
took
that.
away all the top
can't
teams
do
from the
that.
Big East.
Duke. They took down
Carolina,
Duke.
Syracuse.
I mean, those are
Yeah.
3
They
teams that are
beat
top.
winners.
Those
Yeah.
are 3 teams ranked in the top 13
Hey,
in college
Wait,
basketball.
I thought the WAC conference was the best.
Okay, it's a
conference in
Missouri
your
Valley
opinion.
Conference, bro.
You know what?
There's not a W-A or there's a C in there. But
Let's before we hype up any of these teams, though, one thing to remember is the brackets really determine. a lot
okay,
of these
now we're
teams'
talking,
fate.
baby. Jake, start us off. Who you got? Your pretenders, because obviously Wichita
Oh.
State's probably top in the list.
Pretender number 1, Wichita State. Let me read off.
Don't
some
even
of their
think
best
about
wins
giving him
this
a
year.
point, bro. How
They
did I lose a
only
point? What is
beat
going on?
One ranked team. One ranked team. You're undefeated. Great. You beat 31 scrubs and one number 12 ranked St. Louis. Sorry, haven't proven yourself to me yet. Don't think that's that big of a statement to make. Their other 2 big wins, UAB and Tennessee. Neither team is ranked. I'm sorry. Wichita State, don't put your money on them, especially if ZPC over here is telling you to.
It's pretty
That's
strong.
a good idea to not bet there. Pretender number 1. Pretender number 2. Oh, this was tough, but Creighton. Creighton has
Dougie
not
Big
had that big
Buckets.
wins
Yeah,
either
give
this
him a
year.
point, give him a point.
They're not really that competitive of a team. They don't really have a star player who can
What do you
take
mean they're
over,
not competitive? They're ranked in the top 15.
but they haven't beat
Who
anyone
do you,
that's
what
that
do you
great.
mean about not a star player?
Doug McDermott's going to be the Naismith College Player of the Year.
I'm not feeling on Doug.
I better get a
Sorry.
point for that.
Dude,
Yeah.
Kidding me?
your way to the draft and you're gonna.
What's
no.
going on here?
Not gonna happen, man. Number 3, who else is my sleeper? Iowa State. I just
Oh,
Wait.
what?
Sleeper or pretender?
don't. Pretender. Well, if you're
What?
sleeping, you're pretending.
Whoa.
Same thing in my book. Iowa State, not feeling them this year. Just don't see that much potential in them. And we'll
You'll
see
get 'em
what
on
their
that.
bracket looks
You
like
got 'em on
overall.
that.
Number 4, Syracuse. They have really disappointed me in the last
I'll give 'em
couple
that one.
weeks. They have faded in some tough games. They need to prove themselves. Even though they have a big man inside, I don't think they're going to get the job done. Boom.
You know what? My 4 pretenders, I'll agree with you. Syracuse. You know what? Most of the games have been coming down to the wire. They figured out
They
how to
fade.
win, and they fade. And
They
then now, they're just falling off. They shot 33% from the floor against Boston College.
Yeah.
And Boston College is garbage. And you know what? Syracuse just doesn't have it. Coach Jim Boeheim. Boeheim, did I say it right?
Boeheim.
Boeheim,
Thank
Boeheim,
you. He's
same
not.
thing.
He's not going to go. He can't take this team anywhere. Next year they will be a contender, but not this year. Number 2 is Duke. I am a Duke fan. I like Duke. But Duke's going to go as far as Jabari Parker takes them. And Jabari Parker, you shut him down, they have no rest of the team to work with.
But, I mean, Jabari
He could
Parker
be the
is-
best player in the nation.
Yeah.
yes,
right
he is.
now.
I agree with you there. I love Jabari Parker. I love
Doug
Coach K.
McDermott
You
has
make
a
a
strong
point, though.
case.
When he's shut
though,
down,
too.
they lose games.
That's
it's
when
that
they
simple.
lost.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Villanova. Villanova's definitely a contender.
looking at my
a
list, bro?
pretender. Hey, I think we just have the same minds over here. Villanova, choke artist, and number 4 is going to be Michigan. Michigan has high
Wow.
hopes. Everybody's been talking Michigan up, but I just don't see it. They don't have the team to really go deep in games to be able to go 40 minutes on the court with any team all the way through the tournament. They're not conditioned enough. Those are my top 4. Go ahead.
I'll
Zach.
save you guys some time, man. I mean, I've got Syracuse, Michigan, and Villanova on that list, too. Villanova playing.
You guys just copy each other?
The Big
Pretty
East
much.
used to be legit, but now it's the Big Least. I mean, there is nobody solid
Coming from the
in
WAC
the
division
Big
guy
East
over here.
Conference. Villanova ranked number 6 right now. They're a team I think not even going to make it to the Sweet 16. Syracuse, they're struggling right now. Tyler Ennis, the kid, is money down the stretch, but they're struggling right now. Obviously, we touched on Michigan. Wisconsin's the other team. I mean, the Big Ten's been horrible this year. Wisconsin ranked number 9 right now, but Wisconsin a team. I mean, Bo Ryan's a great coach, but you look at the players Wisconsin has. I think they're a team that's not going to get to the Sweet 16
Be
either.
mindful, though, every year Wisconsin finds a way to do damage in the tournament.
They did it when Steph Curry and Davidson knocked them out in the Sweet 16.
Ooh, give
But
us some
still,
points for that one.
Curry right there.
Well, you still made the Sweet 16.
I knew
That's
my
doing
boy
damage.
Mike is
I
a
mean-
big Warriors fan, so I was like, I got to go
If you
Steph
want to
Curry.
suck up, that's fine.
I got to go Steph Curry, baby.
Wisconsin still is a team, though, I think can make the Sweet 16. We'll see. Like I said earlier.
Like you said, it all
Sweet,
depends.
hey, Sweet 16s don't win championships.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey,
But in college,
you know how
it
March
gets you
Madness
money
is.
and
It comes down.
scholarships.
It
Well,
comes
that's
down.
great, but we're
players
talking
here.
about winning championships.
But if you make the Sweet 16, you make an impression on players who may have not gone to your school, and after
Okay,
trying to
Jake, you're
recruit them,
talking
they
too
may
much.
go.
You're putting me to sleep. So who are your sleepers?
I like that. That's a point for a good reference right there.
Well, what's worse, I didn't know we were doing sleepers.
minus.
Sleeper number 1. I slept in too much today.
Dang it, that's a point.
I'm just going to take my winners and pick them as sleepers. 1, SC State.
Oh, you're
I
done.
will take San Diego
All right,
State. all
we're
day,
gonna
every
just
day.
go over to
You're
Staush.
done.
How's
Let's
that
go
not a
over to-
sleeper? Wait, the sleeper can't be one of your winners?
You already touched on him. You can't come back for a sleeper.
No.
That's negative
We're
points.
done.
for
Wait,
bad
wait,
numbers.
no,
wait,
I'm not
stop.
taking a point.
So San Diego State's not a sleeper team?
Well, if they're a
Come on,
contender,
that's
if they're,
what-
if,
kidding
if
me?
they're your contender, obviously they're not a sleeper pick because they're
You
one of
can
your top
contend to be a
teams.
sleeper pick. Wichita State's a sleeper, and they're a contender.
They're ranked number 2 in the country.
But they haven't beat anyone. I'm sorry. They're, a
They're
sleeper
ranked
in my
number 2,
opinion.
baby. Staush,
I'll
who
go
are
to
your
my
sleepers?
sleepers here. You know, I'm going to start off with North Carolina Tar Heels.
Yeah,
They started the season
baby.
horrible,
Boo.
but in late, they have been beating teams like
Yeah.
12 in a row,
12
baby.
in a row. They're 23-7 overall. They are 8th in the nation with 40.6 rebounds per game, and Marcus Page 16.9 points
ACC
per
Player
game.
of the Year.
And Virginia was the winner, but North Carolina coming on strong. My second team, his non-contender, Iowa State
Cyclones.
Cyclones. Are you kidding me? They are first in the nation in assists per game with 18.6, and they are 10th in points per game at 82.4 led, and defensive rebounds per game, second in the nation with 28.7. All those points
Hey,
are coming.
Melvin Ejim,
Against
the kid
two.
is
That's
a
what I
stud.
have.
Wichita State probably has the same stats, too.
And Mr. Kane, this kid can stroke it.
You know what? My number 3 sleeper team, Cincinnati Bearcats. Don't sleep on this team.
Yeah.
They're 25-5, 14-3 in the ACC, just below the Virginia Cavaliers, and they have been flying under the radar with Duke and North Carolina making most of the headlines. Virginia's sliding underneath.
Syracuse
Imagine the
wasn't
Bearcats.
making headlines in the ACC?
What was that?
Syracuse wasn't making any headlines?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Luckily, I don't have a point scale.
Yeah,
over here, otherwise I'd
luckily
get
you're
points
not
taken
part
away.
They
of
were
this
making
game.
headlines about choking. That's a little bit different.
And I don't mean to call you out, bro, but Cincinnati's in the American Conference.
Yeah? Oh, I was completely wrong there. I apologize. All-American Conference, AAC, not ACC. I am completely wrong there. But my number 4, Oklahoma State Cowboys. Let's go Cowboys. I became a Cowboy fan because my boy Victor Romero was a starting catcher there. He actually just got picked up by the Padres. He's down in spring training. Wish him the best of luck there. But, you know, these Cowboys team has been coming on in late. They are averaging 80.7 points a game, 18th in the nation, and they just took down number 5 Kansas, 72-65 at Kansas.
It really just depends on if Marcus Smart wants to decide to show up.
My next topic right there, 17.6 points per game, 5.7 rebounds per game, and almost 5 assists per game. When this kid's on the floor, he is the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Don't sleep on them. They'll make it to the Sweet 16. Zach?
Yeah, I'm going to pick up right there, baby. I got Oklahoma State, too. And outside of Marcus Smart, Markel Brown, this kid might have the smoothest game in the country. This kid is an absolute stud. Marcus Smart, too, is balling when he's not going to the crowd and pushing folks. But Oklahoma State, man, they're a team to pay attention to. I've got North Carolina also. They've won 12 in a row. Marcus Page, James Michael McAdoo. This team is playing really well right now. And my 2 other sleepers, I have Michigan State, one of your contenders, but they're ranked out just barely inside the top 25 right now.
Never
they're
doubt
finally
Izzo.
they're finally getting
Never.
healthy right now. I mean, they've got guys like Trice, Dawson, Harris. This team is very deep. Payne inside. This team is very talented. I like Michigan State. They're one of my sleepers right now. If you're outside of the top 20, you got to be a sleeper. You can't even be a contender.
Okay, then why can't my contender be a sleeper then? Yeah. Thank you.
And my last sleeper is I'm going outside here, baby. We're going to the Rising League. We're going with Green Bay. This team is balling right now.
Wait, the Packers play in the March
Yeah.
Madness?
Aaron Rodgers
Green Bay.
can shoot a 3?
You know what?
He's
Yeah, I
throwing
can
darts.
see
No,
that.
I'm telling you, Green Bay, they beat Virginia this year.
Yeah.
This team is very talented. Kiefer Sykes averaging 20-plus points per game. And I was actually watching ESPN earlier, and this was Jay Billis's sleeper team. So I'm just riding with Jay Billis right there, baby.
None of us touched on this. Florida Gulf Coast made an incredible
They
run.
lost their
They
coach,
lost their
though.
coach
City.
to
don't
my
even-
Trojans.
Yeah.
Too bad they haven't won yet, though.
They won't.
They will.
This isn't love of basketball.
Hey, he just needs time to recruit.
Is it trivia time again?
It is
Huh?
trivia time.
Oh.
NCAA trivia. Mitch
Are these
Kelsey.
questions as hard as your MLB
Hey,
trivia from
I actually-
1885?
I actually got a good one for you.
Nice. I depend on Mike more than
The
John
producer.
does in
Give you
those
some
last
good
round of
camera angles
questions.
here.
Hey, we gotta get Mike's shot right here.
Yep.
Here we
All
go.
right.
Okay.
All right.
So Zach mentioned Florida, and so who are the 4 players in the NBA right now from that 06-07 roster?
Can I-
Joakim Noah, Brewer,
Al Horford.
who's the other guy? It's a white boy, a shooter.
Maurice Spates.
Nope.
Yes.
He was on the team. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's so you each get a point.
Each get a point.
I
Yeah.
named two.
I
before
gave you the
could.
easy ones.
I know.
right.
I could have been for the other two.
Hey, there's
Okay.
no way Jake
So-
would have got Maurice Spates.
No,
know, I wouldn't
but
So
Yeah.
we'll dive into some trivia, and Mike is going to have some bonus point questions after this round. So we'll start with this. Since Zach won the last round,
Okay.
Jake's going to start this one off.
Can you say that again?
You barely won.
Since Zach
bro.
won the first round, Jake gets to start this one.
My
off.
point. So dumb.
hey, he's up 3, man. I wouldn't talk.
What?
Here we go.
Is he?
Yeah.
College
Oh,
basketball
boy.
talk, baby.
Well,
Okay,
that's
let's
because
go.
you didn't have any sleepers.
looking
Yeah.
Okay.
What popular move was banned from college basketball in 1967 to be reinstated in 1976?
The
A,
dunk.
the crossover dribble. B, drawing contact. C, the slam dunk. Or
Slam
D,
dunk.
the baseball pass. Slam
Slam,
dunk,
yeah.
final answer. And you are correct,
Yeah,
my
well,
friend.
both you guys.
Bleh, bleh, bleh.
No, both you guys know the reason why, right?
Because wasn't it Bill Russell? No, Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, Lou Alcindor, baby, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I knew it was
Point
some-
for follow-up question there goes to Zach.
Oh my God! Come on.
He can't even get a point.
Question number 2.
So I
Who
lose a
is
point.
the all-time leading scorer in NCAA
Pete
Division I
Maravich.
basketball?
Done. Pistol Pete, baby.
And I even had A, B, C, or D for you. Hey, extra bonus point. How many points did he score?
Who?
okay.
If you get,
I'll
if
give
get
you
it,
2
well,
points for
I
that
know
one.
Dougie McBuckets
Hey, I'll say this.
is close to 3,000.
If you get it within 200 points, you get.
This
200
is
points.
rigged,
No.
dude.
2,957.
3,024.
It is 3,667.
Jake.
He'll get 1 point because he wasn't within 200, but he still was
Yeah.
closer, so he wins that one.
Well, what was the point of throwing the 200 in there then?
Because I need desperation
Hey, it would have been an
points
extra
right
point.
now.
It would have been
That's-
2
All right.
points if you got it.
Where was the first NCAA men's basketball championship tournament held? Freedom Hall, Municipal Auditorium, Kansas City,
Not there.
Patton Gymnasium, or Madison Square Garden?
Clock's
Chelsea,
ticking.
do you know where Madison Square Garden
Clock's
is?
ticking.
Madison. I was so.
You know,
Thanks,
hey,
Chelsea.
I'm going to go this route. James Naismith came from Kansas, so I'm going Kansas City.
You are both wrong. So now it's a
Thank
50. All right,
God.
Freedom Hall or Patton Gymnasium. If you both get it right, you both get a point.
Freedom Hall.
Go with the other
Freedom
one.
Hall, too.
You guys are both wrong. It is.
Oh,
I
Three.
couldn't risk losing the points. I'm down 3 now.
You
Come
gotta take
on, man.
risks to
Hey,
win this
that's
game.
later,
How
baby.
about-
Come on, man,
for
is
these
later.
questions. How am I going to know where the first tournament's held?
Whose question is it? Is it your question?
My question, baby.
How
Yeah.
about
What
current
was
questions?
the first team in NCAA men's basketball history to start all 5 African American players? A, Texas Christian. B, Texas Western. C, Oklahoma A&M. Or D, Kentucky.
It's
Oh.
easy, baby. It's B. They made a movie about it.
You are correct. Point. Goes
How
to
do I
Zach.
not get that question?
'Cause
the
you
movie
didn't, bro.
question.
How about
Yeah,
this one?
Mister, I'm not going in
When was
order.
the first March Madness tournament held?
What school did NBA great Larry Bird play for in the NCAA?
Oh, I don't get multiple choice?
It's
Bruh.
too easy. It's Larry Bird.
Well, why would I know where Larry Bird
And
went?
Who did? Hey, and I'll give you guys a little more trivia after Jake misses this.
Wait.
No, I got a follow-up question to this as well.
I know where. How about where Magic Johnson goes? I know that answer.
Where'd he go?
Yeah.
Michigan State, dude. Come on. Why do you think I'm an Izzo fan?
And he gets a point because
I'll tell you what. I'll save you time.
Question.
Jake can get that one. I'll steal this one. So Stillings 2, right? Indiana State.
You didn't even wait. You didn't give me a chance to answer.
didn't know.
Indiana State.
You didn't
It was
know.
more than 30 seconds. I'm sorry.
You didn't know.
You get the point.
Actually, I never got buzzed, so it shouldn't have
Well,
been. But
okay,
fine.
you have
you
no
get the
clue.
point for.
Did you really? Were you really
So
gonna
I
guess?
lose another point.
You didn't even know Indiana State was a D1 school.
I knew because he coached in Indiana or owned the team, so I knew he had involvement there. So I was gonna. I was
Okay, he's actually
trying to
from
remember.
Indiana.
Okay, since you stole
Wait,
that.
he's been involved with the Pacers, so yeah.
He's actually.
Okay. So since he stole
Front
that, I'll
office.
give you this next question.
All right.
Which team won 10 out of 12 titles from 1964 to 1975?
This is easy.
A, UCLA, B, Oklahoma A&M, C, Kentucky, or D, Connecticut?
It's UCLA.
You are correct. And I'll give you a bonus point if you can name the coach.
Are you kidding
John
me?
Wooden.
Are
2
you
points.
kidding me? What is this?
Desperation points, baby.
What is that? Who doesn't know that? Who doesn't know that?
Chelsea.
Oh, drop
Chelsea.
the camera and walk off.
Okay. Zach,
Wow.
Yeah, baby.
What team shares second place with Duke for most consecutive Final Four appearances after UCLA?
Easy.
It's Kentucky. But you can read off and I'll guess
A,
after.
USC, C, B, Kansas, C, Cincinnati, or D, Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Even I knew that.
Cincy, baby.
And Mike gets the point.
I was gonna say it, Mike. Wait, did I get the point right? Because it was my turn.
Nope, I'm sorry.
Hey,
Mike.
can
you-
we do a
no,
little extra
you said
trivia?
Kentucky.
Who is?
I heard you
know.
say Kentucky.
Who is
I
the
know.
best player to ever play at Cincinnati?
Ooh, very good question.
Oh,
I do not know.
How do you define best player?
Yeah.
He's in the Hall of Fame. He's top 50
What-
NBA
define
player
better.
of all time.
Define
He's the only
better.
Cincinnati
He,
player
he
to accomplish
averaged
that?
he averaged a triple double for a season.
Oscar Robinson.
Bam! Mike's
Mike
rocking
is
him, baby.
on it.
Mike's
Mike
on
might
it.
win the box. He's
big
coming
O.
through.
I may have
Hey,
to
I'll
switch
take
with
it.
Mike.
I know what it is
It's my
too.
only chance.
I know it's in the box, so I'll take it. It's fine.
All right.
Hey,
so,
hey, you thinking of some extra trivia questions after this?
I'm trying to look for something.
26-24, Zach's in the lead.
Got a point.
These
Okay.
last two questions are going to go to the first person to say yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Since 1979, when was the last time that all four number one seeds advanced to the Final Four? It's
Yeah.
multiple choice.
2008.
2006.
Winner.
I didn't even need multiple choice, baby.
I didn't have to
I
get
had no idea.
Hey, extra bonus point. Can you name all four teams to
Doesn't
make it to the
matter.
Final
I
Four in
already
2008?
Yeah.
lost.
It was that year.
Of 2008,
I'm already
made it to
down
the Final
4.
Four?
I'm
Memphis, Kansas, UCLA. Who did Memphis beat UCLA and Kansas beat North Carolina?
you are correct, and Zach gets a bonus point. And since you
That should be like 2-3 points.
No,
Since you
no.
just-
I named
Hey,
all.
don't be asking.
I named
Hey,
all
if
four
we're-
number
if we're
one
getting
seeds.
asked questions from 1980, I'm gonna lose. Like,
That was
I have no
2008.
chance. Okay, I still have no chance. Hey, college basketball, baseball, you have way more
All
on
right.
me. I'm screwed.
Here we go.
I might as well just forfeit.
I was trying to
that
give him the answer over here, and he wasn't even looking at me.
I lost.
I'm
dude.
gonna
It's
give him.
over.
I'm gonna give him this question.
I have no idea what the question is, and Zach names them off. I'm pretty.
Come on, that
screwed.
was when Mario Chalmers made that crazy 3 to tie against Memphis in the championship game.
All right.
Dude, I don't have a memory.
What
I don't
team?
remember that?
What team holds the record for most points scored in a single game in the NCAA tournament? A. Arkansas. B. Kentucky. C. Loyola Marymount. Or D. Duke.
Duke.
It's come on, Loyal Marymount, baby. It was.
If you could,
I don't
again,
even-
if you can get it with points, how many points scored and who they played.
I know it was against Michigan, and
Boom, point.
It was 167.
149.
And I mean, that was obviously the Hank Gathers team,
Yeah.
and when Bo Kimbrell died on the court.
Yes, it was.
Or was it Hank Gathers that died on the court, and Bo Kimbrell had a big time game?
So that is the end of the trivia, and Zach is leading 29 and
It's
24.
over.
It's getting close. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll
I
come
feel
back.
like the women's team on Solana.
We'll
right
come
now.
back with a little bit of UFC fight matchups this week, and then
There
we'll
we
end
go,
out our
something I
show
know about.
and see who the big winner
Yeah.
is. Be back after this. Alex Gustafsson.
Main event.
Yeah, man. It was Jake
Hey, him
Manuel.
and John Jones,
Yeah.
arguably not fight of the year, but the best fight in UFC history.
Really? Yeah.
It
I
was-
would
All
say-
right, guys,
Wait,
we're
it's
back.
done?
Come back.
We are back, baby. It is that time, baby. It is time for some UFC. Maybe the most popular sport in the new era coming up to date here. There's been never a more fast-growing sport than the Ultimate Fighting Championship in mixed martial arts. We have got a fight card tomorrow night. Robbie Lawler, Johnny Hendricks, throw it down a week from Saturday. The UFC living large, big-time matchups.
Big rig time, baby. I
Tomorrow,
can't wait.
in England, baby. Alexander Gustafsson taking on Jimmy Manuwa. Jimmy Manuwa is one of the most underrated fighters in UFC history. This guy is 14-0. He has 13 knockouts.
Wow.
14 finishes. He's never been to a decision. I love those guys that don't go to a decision. You hear a lot of guys whine about judges' scorecards. This guy don't go there. But he's taken arguably the toughest fight, not arguably, but easily the toughest fight in his life, taking on Alexander Gustafsson, who a lot of people thought beat John Jones. The best fighter in the UFC right now in my eyes. Maybe Cain Velasquez might have an argument. But, Jake, I know you're a big UFC guy. Alexander Gustafsson, what does he bring to the table?
Well, one thing, this guy's striking and his footwork. Not many people talk about his footwork. This guy has some of the best footwork in this division, and that's why he was able to land a bunch of combinations against John Jones. Really, he outstruck John Jones in that fight. John Jones was more creative and used elbows, I thought, late in the rounds to win that fight. But Gustafsson can exchange. But this is a tough matchup because let's not get it twisted. In this matchup, both guys can strike. And as you said earlier, the opponent to Gustafsson has some power.
Yeah,
and
Jimmy
this
Manuwa.
guy, and go ahead and say his name. I knew I was going to mess it up. I want to hear. Is it Jumbawa? I don't know.
Jimmy Manuwa.
Manuwa.
Yes.
Whatever his
Poster
name is,
boy.
this guy has some power. He has 13 knockouts in his career, and most of those knockouts have been impressive. These aren't just a couple shots and he's getting to guys. They're one-punch knockout shots. And the one thing I'm really interested in watching in this fight is Gustafsson's consistent striking ability against the knockout power. It's going to be a great fight and a warm-up fight for Hendricks coming next week against Brawler Lawler. I'm looking forward to this
Robbie
matchup.
Lawler.
I'm gonna
Brawler Lawler, that's his
Who are
name.
you taking? Are you taking Gustafsson or are you taking the English guy?
I'm going with
Manuwa?
the Brit.
Yeah.
You know what? He's underrated. He's hungry. When it comes down to in a fight, who is the hungriest to win that fight? And Gustafsson's been on top. You know, he's number one. He's been chilling up there. But Manuwa is hungry. He's going to knock him out in the first round, 30 seconds in. I'm calling it right there.
30 seconds.
You heard it here first.
30 seconds in.
Wait.
Hey, I tell you what, Staush makes a very good point, though. Alexander Gustafsson thought he should have have an immediate rematch with John Jones. So he might be overlooking Jimmy Manuwa.
Exactly.
And Jimmy Manuwa really, I don't know if he deserves this fight yet. He's only 3-0 in the UFC, and all three of those wins were via stoppage, but 2 injuries and a doctor stoppage. So he really didn't knock him out, but on the scorecard it went down as a knockout. I disagree with Staush. I'm going to Alexander Gustafsson. This guy is just more class. He's a little better footwork, better overall fighter. His wrestling's improved so much when he started training down in San Diego with Team Alliance, with Dominic Cruz, Phil Davis, and all those guys. I like Gustafsson, and I think it's going to be a decision 5-rounder.
One thing, too, a lot of people forget, too, is Gustafsson actually has a really good takedown game, and he has a pretty solid
He proved
wrestling
that against
game,
John
too.
Jones, which was very impressive. I don't think John Jones ever has been taken down until that fight.
Gustafsson's the one guy to prove that he has a legit game, but he has such great striking, we don't see that much of it, too. I just think he outclasses. I agree with my brother on this one. I'm taking Gustafsson, but the great thing about UFC, you just never know when a guy like Manuwa can get that one knockout punch.
All right, we'll look at one other fight on this card. You got Melvin Gillard taking on Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson's been one of the hottest fighters in the UFC.
I know who you're rolling with.
He dominated Joe. I love Melvin Gillard, man. Melvin Gillard's my guy. The young assassin. He has 32 career wins, and he has 20 knockouts to his credit. Nobody has knocked down more folks in the lightweight division than Melvin, the young assassin Gillard. I love Melvin Gillard, baby. Give me Melvin Gillard via TKO round 2.
Yeah, I know Zach loves Cisco and he's thong song. But overall, I just think Johnson outclasses him here. I think overall he's a better fighter. If Gillard can keep the fight standing and they exchange, he definitely has a chance to get a knockout. But overall, I like Johnson in this fight. He's just more of a well-rounded fighter. I'm taking Johnson if I had to put my money there. And you always want to bet against the ZPC curse.
Yeah, it's strong. It's strong.
Yeah.
Hey, you know.
You going with MJ or you going with MG?
This is it could be a toss-up.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to give him a point because I agree because the Zack Poff curse is terrible.
It's
my
terrible.
fantasy baseball and football team suffered from it because he told me not to start
No, that was
Marino.
Jake. That was Jake.
me.
So dock him a
Don't
point.
take away my
Dock a point.
Come on.
That was
Come
Jake.
On. Hey, wait,
All
no,
right.
no.
Fine.
I gave him advice on that, but Zach
Hey.
still cursed teams as a whole, which ruined Staush's
Hey, you know what?
personal.
I won't take away a point from you, but I will give him a point.
Okay.
The same thing.
That's fair.
Same thing.
thing.
So
I
you're
would
going,
just
you're going with
lose
MJ?
more points
I'm
on
going
it.
MJ.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what? Let's move on to some of our final segments here of the show. And
Wait. We got to go UFC 171 just real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to touch on that
Just
part.
because we got Robbie Lawler taking on Johnny Hendricks.
Lawler the brother.
And obviously GSP not retired, but he's vacating his belt. He'll come back.
Hey,
GSP will come
Bearzito.
back.
Just take a year off.
Yeah,
just
exactly,
relax.
right? He'll come
After I
back.
control
But-
the wrists and the parties.
Robbie,
That's got to be a point. Come on.
that's a point. That's a point.
Yeah.
That's a point.
Thank you.
Okay.
Robbie Lawler and Johnny Hendricks, 26 combined knockouts between the two. This can be a great fight. I love Johnny Hendricks in this one.
I just want this fight to stay standing. Please do not take
It
each
all
other
depends.
down.
It all depends on Robbie Lawler's takedown.
I agree, but the way Lawler's fought in the UFC, I really think at the end of the day, this is just going to be a stand-up war, and I can't wait. But one of my favorite fighters has to be the Big Rig, baby. Burp, burp. Better watch out, Carpool Lane, because I'm knocking families out. I don't know what that meant, but I'll take it.
Hey,
What, a point for nonsense? So now we're just giving up points for nonsense?
I'd like the New England announcer. Unicorns, babies flying. That's right.
you know what?
Where's the beef?
Hey. I'm sorry for the viewers at home that have to put up with these two right
Hey,
now.
that's what he said. Scott Tolzak, baby. Doing a Patriots color
I feel sorry for
commentator.
Big Kahuna who has to deal with us every night. You viewers just getting us here and there on the broadcast channel.
Hey, real quick, Tyron Woodley, Carlos Condit fighting also. It's going to be a very good fight. Hector Lombard, Jake Shields, some of the best welterweights in the division. All right, Staush, here we go. We're going down the final segments. It's time for He's a Beast! Oh, yeah. Set the tone, Jake.
He's a beast.
Get it going,
Well,
Jack.
who's your
Who's your
beast?
beast?
My
Sticking in the
beast.
UFC.
He is not related to Xing Jong Kim. Oh, wait. Kim Jong-il.
Kim Jong-il.
It doesn't matter. This guy has one of the sickest elbows I've ever seen in my life. I want you to go to www.youtube.com. And you know what I want you to type in? D-O-N-G. That's right, Dong. H-Y-U-N. Who in? And Kim. Because when you type that in, you know what you're going to see? You're going to see a beast take his elbow out, spin around like Cinderella, and knock another dude out cold. Young Gun Kim, you're a beast.
I don't know. Hey, how do we top that?
I'll follow that. I'll follow up for us to help to get you some points. You know, hey, by the way, if you're checking the scoreboard right now, it's 36-34 in favor of Mr. Jake over here.
I took
Hey,
the lead.
hey,
I'm in the lead.
The points are all for intensity. The points are all for intensity.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna dive into
That's
my
beast points.
I'm gonna dive into my beast right now. Desi Washington out of St. Peter's MAAC player. You know what? Do we have a clip over there ready?
Yeah, we
Mike?
do. I'm
Check
playing it
this
right now.
out.
Roll
This
it.
dude,
Roll it.
Splash City.
not just once.
This
Check
is
this
30.
out. Triple team, buzzer beater. Boom.
Oh.
Splash.
But what you don't know about that is the third time this season that Desi Washington has done that to Fairfield. The first time was a pull-up 3. The second time was a fadeaway 3. And the third time, as you just saw, it was a triple team, just throwing it up there like Curry and hitting it. You beat a team 3 times on a 3-pointer at the end of the game. You are a beast, my friend.
Wow.
My hat's off to you, Desi Washington.
Hey, it's my turn, baby. And you see the shirt. You see the shirt. So you know who my beast is. It's straight Lob City. The LA Clippers handed the Los Angeles Lakers the largest defeat in Laker history. That is saying something, baby. As you see the highlights right here, CP3 behind the back, big baby, splash. The LA Clippers, baby, the largest win in franchise history, and head of the Lakers, their largest defeat. Barnes to Blake Griffin, throw it down. He is a beast. Not just Blake, not just Barnes, not just DJ, not just CP3. 4 cats getting double-doubles in one game. 8 guys double figures. BG throws it down. The LA Clippers are the best team in the Western Conference. They will be playing in June in the NBA Finals against the Miami Heat.
Negative
the LA
points.
Clippers, baby, they are the beast of the West. Get it, baby. LAC-LOB City. Boom.
Good job. Good effort. Here's the point. The best win of their career, and it's a regular season win against a team that's been slapping them down because they've got not 12 but 17 rings. Which
Wait.
I learned today and just used against you to prove that your point was, I'm not going to say the
Invalid?
word. Yeah, I was going to say the R word.
2
Yeah.
points.
Chelsea
Okay.
Williams on the camera over here.
Hey, are
Is
you
she
kidding
kinda
me
in the
right now?
shot, Chelsea?
Yeah, there you go, Lob City.
That-
You just lobbed your win away.
All right. We're
yeah.
running a little long on our show
Oh,
here, so let's go
I
into
need to
our
slow
next
that again.
You
segment.
look at that. Wait, hold on. You look at that scoreboard right there. Look at this dunk right here, PJ. Oh, straight power.
Dude, 2 words, regular season.
All right.
Regular season.
All right, fellas.
Woo!
Jake still has the lead, 39-37.
The champ is here.
Heading into our next
champ
segment
is
of
here.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
And since Jake led off
Oh,
the first
yeah.
one, Zach, lead us off here, partner.
Mike, get the clip ready, baby.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
UC Santa Barbara. This was just awesome, dude. Like, this is
Zack.
awesome. Watch this guy right here come from the crowd, come running down right here. You see the coach for Hawaii right there, Gib Arnold. And he's getting restrained. But watch this cat come down to the floor. Look at this dude. Come on, man. Are you kidding me, dude? Come on, man. Look at this guy. He wants to fight the whole team. I love it. This guy had a little too much. Look at that. You got the spot shadow on him right here. He is coming down, almost trips, keeps his balance, gets all the way across the court. Hey, Gib, what's up, bro? You want to throw down? You want to get this? Come on, man. That is just embarrassing.
That's a Zach move.
The funny thing is, I have
It's a Zach
actually
move.
had the opportunity.
And look at that, though. There was no security at all. He's able to go back to his seat and then finally gets escorted out. I love this cat.
Let's remember, too, he actually may get expelled and make a kick from his
Oh,
campus,
he's-
which is ridiculous.
And you see there flipping the bird?
He's getting ready to flip the
yeah,
bird.
Hey, and guess
he
what?
Zacked it.
I
Look,
have-
Zach's pumped up from his twin brother
Hey.
on the other side of the state.
I tell you what,
or the nation.
I will never do that within the next 2 years, but after that, I might.
Hey, I've had the opportunity to actually go down to Santa Barbara and party with most of these folks, and they are crazy. I'm surprised it hasn't happened before this because
Right?
they are just insane.
Which former announcer went to UCSB?
I know. Mr. Jim Rome.
Jimmy Rome.
Jim
Yeah.
Rome's in the house. But you know
Random.
what? I'm going to go on to my come on, man, since we got
Come
a little
on,
more.
man.
Come
That-
on, man.
I would say, LeBron James, come on, man. You're complaining about the sleeve shirts.
This shirt's a little too tight.
Everybody in the NBA has to wear those jerseys. They're the new jerseys. You have a bad shooting performance once and twice wearing those jerseys, who cares? Everybody's sucking it up and saying, okay, we have to wear these. We don't like them, but we're putting up with it. LeBron, why are you special? Yeah, you may be the most talented player in the NBA. Yeah, you maybe have won 2 rings, but you're still not MJ. Doesn't give you the right to dictate to the NBA
Ooh, he
that
said
you
he
can't
ain't
wear
MJ.
short sleeves.
Yeah.
LeBron, come on, man. Be a man, suck it up, and shut your mouth.
Them fighting words. Them fighting words right there.
I'm sorry, I just don't like the guy. Ever since he left Cleveland, the whole decision thing never sat well with me. Why do
Did
you
you
have
burn
that?
his jersey?
I did not, because I never bought his jersey. You know what? Check this out. If you're gonna put on an hour special on ESPN,
I'm
and
taking
talk,
my talents to South Beach.
that is so wrong. You want to be Jordan? You want to be better than Jordan? Jordan was humble. He won 6 rings, and he beat the aliens in Space Jam and saved the Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
That's why MJ's the
Correct.
greatest player of all time.
You're doing
You know what?
something.
What
That's
if,
my,
what if LeBron James comes out with Space Jam 2, though? You going to like him?
we hear a boo coming from Chelsea, Miss Chelsea Williams
Hey,
right here.
I'm still gonna see Space Jam 1 like 40 more times. So
He better not wear Jordans. That's
JT.
all I'm gonna say. If LeBron puts Jordans on, I'm gonna riot.
JT.
Okay.
JT,
Hoosier,
Hoosier, come on, man.
Man, I was thinking about this one for a while, and I wanted to joke around, but on a serious note, I gotta call someone out. Darren Sharper.
Oh,
Aaron
Dude.
Sharper.
Listen,
Literally,
I don't
come
care
on,
what
man.
type of male you are, if you're a professional athlete or a guy in the street. What are you doing, man? You have a professional career. You've been a successful businessman. It's not like you have the right to do what you did, but to be charged with rape against 12 different women and you're a professional star and you have to waste your time trying to degrade women is pathetic, man. And for you to be locked up and incarcerated for something so stupid is sickening. And it just shows you some of the problems that we're seeing in this country right now. For you to think you have the right to do this to women, especially when you're a professional athlete. And that's basically what I have to say. Come on, man. You deserve your time.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Boom.
Amen.
And I didn't mean to depress the show, but that's just something that's been on my chest, and I just wanted to get it
come
off.
on, man.
It's BS, dude. So sorry that destroyed the mood of the show.
right, just-
Totally-
but I
totally
had
down
to
it.
call him out,
Hey,
man.
but you are right, because there's
Yeah.
no, you know what, in this world,
Hey.
especially at that stature of a professional athlete, why do you have to go out and abuse and rape women?
And it wasn't
when
just
girls are
it
throwing
wa-
themselves
It wasn't
at you.
just one or two
We're talking-
occurrences. This was in 4 or 5 different states.
You know what? I would
12
love.
women total.
I would love to have another afternoon buzz. Maybe do a little more serious show and actually get on these topics like Kobe Bryant, how he got away with it. OJ,
Oh, you had to
OJ,
pull
how he got
Kobe in
away
the
with it.
mix.
We won't really go into OJ, but athletes like this on how it's
Yeah.
wrong and how they are abusing the system, just like Justin Bieber is using the system.
Oh,
we all know.
Biebs.
Hey,
we all hate the
come
Biebs.
on, man.
I signed the petition. I signed it.
Yeah.
I signed that petition.
I was too. WhiteHouse.gov.
Hey, no.
Beeps to Canada.
No, but Canada beat us in Olympic
gotta
hockey,
keep 'em,
so
We gotta keep 'em.
we have to.
Doesn't mean we can't arrest him.
Hey, I'm down by 2. Are you kidding me? Can we get some more trivia or something? Like,
All right,
it's
that's
over.
the next segment. Right now, we have 5.
It's over.
We have 5 more questions left here on the afternoon buzz
Oh, it's not over.
to decide
Oh,
the
no.
winner. And these questions aren't just about sports; they're about pop culture,
Oh,
history,
gosh.
and whatnot. And guess
Okay,
what?
I got a shot,
we'll
baby.
bring these 5 questions to you right after this break.
Yeah.
Had to pull Ryan Seacrest. And that was a wedding crash. Is hilarious, isn't it?
Welcome back. We are on the final couple minutes of afternoon buzz. It's crunch time, baby. Who's gonna be the winner? Team Jacob or Team Zachariah?
Zachariah.
It's gonna be Team Jacob.
Book it.
I can tell you that.
And you know, it's 43-41 in favor of Team Jacob. So
Hey,
all you Twilight
hey,
fans,
I knew when the He's a Beast came on, I knew JT was going to smash
Yeah.
me in that.
JT Blaze.
But
over
at the
here.
end of the
Beast
day,
it.
I can live with my Clippers handing the Lakers the worst defeat in Laker history.
And you
so.
can live with that being the best victory for your garbage franchise. Oh, yeah, our regular season win
Oh,
against a garbage team this year.
Just wait.
Lakers
All
are on a
right.
bad year, but you know what? They've only had one bad year compared to 60 years the Clippers had. So
Oh.
in that
Oh, actually.
exchange,
And
I'm
you're
gonna take
allowing
the
him too much
Lakers.
time here, partner. But guess what? We're going to dive into Mike's trivia questions, the final trivia questions here on the Afternoon Buzz. And the special thing about these questions, they're worth 2 points. So to give
Woo-hoo!
Zach a
The
comeback
money
and try
ball.
to win that prize in the Under Armour box, and it's a doozy. So, Mike,
a
what you
doozy,
have in
baby.
store for us, bud?
All right, I got 2 questions regarding the NBA draft.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Is this like rapid fire? You going?
no, it's just gonna be whoever chimes in. Don't give the answer, but whoever chimes in first, they're the one that gets to answer.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So 2003, year of LeBron and
Carmelo,
Dwayne Wade and all
Dwayne
that.
Wade, Chris Bosh, Kirk
Yeah.
Heinrich.
Might want to be quiet there, partner.
Name me 3 point guards from that draft class.
Kirk Heinrich.
Kirk Heinrich.
J.J. Redick?
He's a shooting guard. and he
Yeah,
was-
and he was not in that draft class.
2003? Dude,
2003, homie.
Lost me there. I'm going to put it up to you two boys. I can't help you out
This is
here.
tough.
Baseball, I got you. Not basketball, though.
I have no idea.
Well, I would say Zach gets 1 point for answering at least one part of the question, right? Do we have a
Alright.
decision from the field over there?
That's
1
all I
point.
got. That's all I got is Kirk
And
Heinrich.
that's
Name
it,
me
so-
some other point guards.
No, let's go. Hey, that's the end of that question.
Hold on, no. Name me some other point guards. I want to feel.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want to feel
actually
dumb.
curious too. I do not remember that.
Yeah,
year.
I'm looking at him. Hold on.
You don't even know the answer? Oh.
Luke Ridenour.
Ah.
Oh.
I can tell you.
feel-
I can tell you
yeah.
who drafted him.
Yeah,
The Seattle SuperSonics.
yeah. From which team?
Where did he play college?
No, it was a trade on draft day.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Ooh, good job.
Point Zach, and Zach's coming back. 43.
Wow, we're tied now.
Four,
over
no,
that.
you're still up one. 43-44. It's close. You got a point over there
Okay.
for your little rant taking on his Clippers.
And I can
God.
tell you where did he play college ball? He balled at Oregon with
No,
Luke
you
Jackson.
got enough
Hey,
points.
you're just
Next
throwing out facts
question.
now.
Get out of here.
All right, next question there, Mike.
Who was taken? Who was the number 1 overall draft pick in 1980? What year? What year was it? I don't have it on my phone right now.
Wait, who?
What?
Hold on.
What year was who taken?
You know that one year, the 19-something. You know that.
I
guy.
had,
Hey,
I had an answer too.
All right, since he's waiting for his question, I'll come up with a question.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Who won the 1960 MVP award in Major League Baseball?
AL or
Sec-
AL?
Hank
AL. He played for the Yankees. He batted behind Mickey Mantle.
Oh, Roger Maris.
Rogers.
point, Zach.
That's 2. This is a
That is
2-point.
2-pointer question right there.
Takes the lead.
And Zach takes the lead 45-44.
Dude, why do you ask questions from my dad's era? This is so unfair. The 1960s.
Okay,
He was 5.
Let's go. Who was the #1 overall draft pick in 2004 in the NFL?
2004. I was in high school.
That was after Michael Vick. LT? No, he wasn't #1. Eli Manning.
You are correct, sir, and point goes to Zach.
And on top of that, the San Diego Chargers traded that pick so they could get LaDainian
I'm not giving you
Tomlinson.
any points because we're in crunch time and your brother is down by 3. So let's go. One last question left.
Can we have Mike's question? I'm done with your question.
This question,
Were you going the Michael Jordan
This question
draft?
is worth 4 points.
Whoa. This was not in the signed documents.
Okay, neither was all this
But you don't want to answer
questions
this
from
question.
Staush overtime.
All right.
Let's just go. This is do or die, Zach. All right.
Chelsea Williams has a question.
All right, y'all.
4-point question.
All the marbles.
Come on, Chelsea.
Rose Bowl with Vince Young. Y'all know the Rose Bowl. What was the final score?
The 2005
27-24.
Nah.
Wrong. And JT plays out. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He is done.
Wait, let me get it
Wait.
just for fun.
Hold on. Wait.
Oh, man, I know it was a 3-point win for Texas.
You know why this question's unfair? Is I was incarcerated and Zach was telling me the game on the phone.
It was like 37.
So I have no
It was
idea.
like
Ladies and
37,
gentlemen, we don't mean to
36.
say that.
They lost by 3, dummy.
Chelsea.
Hold on.
Wait, you don't. I like how Mike and Chelsea both don't know the answers to the questions.
I can tell you what, though. Vince Young, though, beasted. He had
Either way, I think
250
it
passing yards
wasn't 27-24.
and
Yeah, it wasn't. It was 30.
250. He didn't get the Heisman. Reggie Bush got it.
That is true, but
then he
Reggie
had to
Bush.
give
Oh
it up.
no, because Reggie Bush had to give back that
did.
Heisman. So
But, hey,
Vince Young did get the
That
Heisman.
was the
37.
worst game I ever watched. What was the score?
37-36. Yeah, you got it right.
I got it
You
right.
got it
too.
right. So hey, here the first ever showdown,
that box.
throwdown
Give me that
here
box.
on Afternoon Buzz. It goes to Mr. Zack Poff. He's our champion, and he wins the box. And let's reach
This is the biggest moment of my life. What's in the box, baby?
That's so
drum
sad.
roll, please. And he wins a Thompson's Corner hat, where we
Yes.
are going later tonight, along with.
Yeah, that's actually, he needs that more
A
than
wiener
me.
cleaner soap.
I'm glad you won, bro.
Jake, you can have this one.
No, I think you need that.
You need it.
You should wear that when you go to
Thompson's,
Thompson's.
and I won't say this. That's it, baby. 37-36, baby.
Hey.
It's sorry. That's the
Hey,
worst
in
day of
fact,
my life.
Zach, it's actually kind of sad that I even stayed close to you in trivia. You know way more about just general sports knowledge, especially from the 1950s, which was all of Staush's questions.
Hey, fun show,
Hey,
boys.
It was fun,
It was probably
man.
the funnest show we had here. I want to thank both of you guys for being on
Anytime,
the
brother.
Afternoon Buzz. Hey, I think I found 2 new co-hosts for my Afternoon Buzz. If you think so, take a comment below and let me know how you thought about these 2. Still looking for a co-host, but this was the Afternoon Buzz for Zack Poff, Jake Poff. Thanks both of you. You tuned in to Solana College Sports Network. This is the Afternoon Buzz. I'm Staush Zamoyta, and until next time, stay thirsty, my friends.